Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am actually going to do a video that I get a lot of requests on of how I do my brow. You know, I get that question a lot actually, so I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys the technique that I do. It's super easy. I feel like anyone can do it, but because it was going to be a little bit of a short film, I did want to go ahead and test out new products that I just went and grabbed at Ulta. I went to go get the new Benefit Brow Contour Pro Pencil. It's this guy over here. It does go for $34. So yeah, I think it's very interesting. It kind of reminds me, like, you know, like those pencils back in the day that you can just go ahead and change the pen color. So I wanted to go ahead and try that. Also got a drugstore product just for, you know, all my beauties out there that are trying to look fabulous, but of course on a budget. So I went and grabbed the Milani one just because I heard a lot of good stuff about it. So I just want to go ahead and see how I like it, how it works for me, and you know, just give you guys my feedback of what I think. This one actually ranged for $5.99, so price points are very, very different, but let's just go ahead and see how they work, right? This pencil is a 4-in-1 contour pencil. It has a light brow shade, a deeper brow shade, and an edge definer and an arch highlighter shade. Never have I ever used this product. I don't know if maybe I'll do it right, but we shall see. Doing the same technique that I usually always do, I'm going to go ahead and use the Milani Easy Brow Automatic Pencil. So that's what I'm actually going to go ahead and test this out. But also, guys, show you my technique. So let's just go ahead and get started. So starting with the Brow Contour Pro, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the light shade. Let's see how that works, okay? Then twist the bottom so you can kind of come up, and I think that's enough. Oh, and by the way, you cannot bring it back down, so just make sure you twist exactly what you want to use, because you won't be able to bring it back down. Just start with like super light strokes. Well, it's pretty pigmented, I will tell you that. So this is kind of how I kind of start. This one doesn't have like the spoolie. That's not a little favorite thing about. That's not something, I don't know. I like the spoolie a lot, so, because it helps. I would probably have to go get my other pencil. But I'm just going to do super light stroke motions. And honestly, this is how I do like my everyday brow. I'm actually going to open the Milani one because the Milani one does have a spoolie. And us girls, we need our spoolie. I don't know. I feel like when you like comb it through, it just makes everything more blendable. But so far, the light pencil has a lot of pigment and I like it. So we're just going to go ahead and do light strokes. So when you go like at the bottom, I kind of like to like start shaping them a little bit, because even if I go like a little bit lower than what I was supposed to and it looks messy, it's okay because we're going to clean it up regardless. But I just want to go ahead and form my brow and make sure that my brow is going like really just straight and forming it, because I do have like a little gap here where it's like I need to fill. So I'll probably, for that little gap, I'll go with a deeper shade. I don't know, I feel like this pencil is a little bit uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie, just because I'm so used to like, you know, a bit more of a pointer tip, just because you can get like a really nice stroke. So I don't know if my brow is gonna come out to a point where I like it, but we shall see. And then you go in with a spoolie again. When I use a spoolie, I actually comb my hairs in the direction that they're going, or that I want them to go. Like for example, here I go up, here I go a little bit to the side, but here I actually do go up. Just because when I do it up, I feel like at the top here it has a little hair, so it gives me a little bit more like that like bushy natural effect. And personally, I like it, but you know, some people don't, which I get it. Once I get right here to the middle, all the way here, I get a little bit more heavy-handed, just because I wanted to kind of like give it like a nice like ombre effect type of thing, but I still want it to be natural. That's the reason why I do it with a pencil and not like an original pomade. When I do a like defined brow, like a bold brow, then I would go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. Sometimes I will be like, oops, I did too much here, but it's okay. And then here I actually go also a little bit more above than where my hair stops, just because I am trying to define it. How it looks. And don't worry about messing up, because you are going to go ahead and go and clean up a little bit. So going in with the defining one, click. And then I already went ahead and turned whatever I needed. I don't know how to use this. That's not bad. That's actually pretty cool. So I'm actually going to go in little strike motions like this to define my brow. See, that's why it's like $34, because you get to save a little bit of your concealer. I always make sure right here is where sometimes like my brow would be super like, I don't know. My brow just kind of like has like all messed up. Actually, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is the soft matte, just because I do like for it to be very full coverage. A little bit does go a long way, so I kind of make sure to kind of just like, with a flat brush, I go ahead, grab some product, and then warm it up, and then I just go ahead and put it in the back of my hand, and that's kind of how I work it. Just because I don't want to just go ahead and put so much where then I just have to go in with like a wipe or something and just wipe it off. Well, I do like how the brow came out. I mean, it was a little bit more different than other things that I've done before, but overall I do like it. Then I want to go ahead again with my spoolie and comb. And then I will go in with my finger and kind of like phase it out through the end, make them like more blendable. I don't want it to seem like super like just there. So that's like the difference between with brow, no brow. So now I'm actually going to go in with the Milani pencil on the other side. So going first, going to go ahead and comb my brows. And then, oh, this one has pigment. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and doing lightly strokes. Lightly strokes. Let's see. Ooh. That is pretty heavy. So I do notice that the Milani one is a little bit harder to work with. Like I do a dot and then I go in with a spoolie just so it can kind of look a little bit more like natural. Maybe I'm not using it right. I feel like I have to go more in with the spoolie with the Milani one than with the Benefit. Because then I'm just gonna like mess it up and it's gonna be such a bold brow, because it does like release a lot of pigment. And sometimes too, when products are like that, I kind of just go ahead the opposite direction like this. I actually forgot to do this on this side too. And also I like it because the front little hairs kind of get a little bit more standing up. Okay, so we are going in and cleaning it, the top part, just doing super light strokes. And if I have to go back with the pencil, I will go back in the pencil, just because sometimes I do clean up a little bit more than I wanted to, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and go back. I want to go ahead and make sure you fill in all those little gaps that you see. Then you go ahead and just comb it upward. Comb it upward. And they do look a little bit bolder right now, but I promise you that once you put all the rest of your makeup, they're gonna look a little bit more natural. Reason why they look a little bit more bolder is because, you know, you're not wearing anything else, so it's just your brows at the moment. Go ahead and you can brush them inward, and I'll give you a little bit more like that bushier effect. For being two different pencils, the color's not that off. This one is a little bit more on a little bit more of a warmer side. I do notice it, but regardless, I mean, it does look like they can be kind of like the same pencil. One thing I do a lot when I do my brows, light strokes, like super light strokes. Even when it comes to like the dip brow and stuff like that, I do light strokes. And I just go ahead and build. The only thing is that it does take me a little bit longer with the dip brow. It's not as easy. But yeah, and then I just go ahead and brush a lot. Like I brush and I brush and I brush and I brush. And then I am gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, but this is how I do my brows. And alright guys, so I am back. I went ahead and just did a really light makeup look, just daytime. When I do my natural brows, usually I just like to do something super natural, not something too crazy. But this is the look. Milani pencil. This one is with the Milani pencil. This one is with the brow, the new Benefit Brow Contour Pro pencil. So definitely, I would say overall, the way I seen myself while I was doing my makeup, they're pretty much look the same. I do want to say they do wear differently though, and they do, like, when you're working with them, they are a little bit more different as opposed to like the Benefit one. I feel like it's a little bit more of a smoothing effect. It's a little bit easier to work with. The Milani one, it is a little bit more of a struggle to work with. I'm not gonna lie. Like at first when I was using it in the footage, like, you know, I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. But overall, I feel like once you get the hang of it, of how to work the product, and it just will come out just as beautiful as like a Benefit brow. It's just a little bit more work. The one downside of the Benefit, however, I do feel like it should have a spoolie. I don't know. That's just me. I feel like any brow pencil or any brow brush should always have a spoolie, just because in my case, I think a spoolie is very important when it comes to like blending and combing down the brow. But yes, so that's the only downfall of this one. But for the Milani, overall, it's just a little bit harder to work with, so you just got to be a little bit more patient. But overall, for $5.99, not bad. I do really like it, how it looks. I actually like how both look, so, you know, if you're going for a little bit more of a cheaper alternative, definitely that is one to think about. But yeah, overall, this is the look. You can, if you want, go ahead and do like brow gel on top of them, just to kind of like tame your hairs, depending on how, like, you know, your hairs are of your brows. If they're a little bit untamable, then definitely brow gel would definitely just help it a little bit more. But overall, yeah, let me know what you guys think, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and what other video you guys would like to see, and I would do my best to go ahead and work on that. So thank you so much for watching.